This is a case of right eye morning glory disc anomaly presented with chronic retinal detachment in a 7-year-old boy. Here is intraoperative view of the retina, shows posterior PVR grade C, starting with corvitrectomy. Then triamcinolone is used to stain the posterior hyaloid to help detaching the posterior hyaloid face. Here I'm using the cutter, but it was not possible to hold the vitreous inside the excavation because of the mobility of the retina. So I switched to a forceps to hold the posterior condensed hyaloid and detach it from the excavation. Then back to the cutter to complete the posterior hyaloid detachment. Then propagating the posterior hyaloid detachment anteriorly in each quadrant as is shown here. We are still seeing here fixed retinal folds due to epiretinal membranes, which I'm peeling here, the temporal one, and we notice here how this membrane is extending to the temporal mid-periphery. Membrane blue is used here to help visualization the fine epiretinal membranes. And here I'm peeling the inferior membrane, which is on the inferior slope of the excavation. With high magnification, we are able now to see a retinal break just temporal to the optic disc. Thorough-peripheral vitrectomy was carried out with the help of scleral indentation, and now air fluid exchange with drainage of the subretinal fluid through the retinal break inside the excavation. Here I switched hands to get better access to the retinal break for better drainage and drying of the subretinal fluid. And laser is applied around the edges of the posterior staphyloma. Then silicone oil 5700 centistock is injected into the vitreous cavity. This is first day post-op, showing laser marks, and the retina is totally flat. But as early as 2 weeks after the surgery, we noticed that there is recurrence of inferior retinal detachment with formation of a slit-like retinal break at the nasal edge of the posterior staphyloma. And we decided not to intervene again till this mature cataract forced us to do another surgery for this kid. After removing the cataract and the silicone oil, we can see here that there is inferior retinal detachment with ghost vessels inferiorly and hyperpigmentation at the edges of the staphyloma, and this retinal break on the inferior nasal edge of the excavation. This retinal break has fixed rolled edges. I'm trying here to peel epiretinal membranes inferior to this retinal break. Superior to this break, we notice from the OCT pre-op that there is intrinsic fibrosis, and these fibrosis cannot be removed by peeling only, so I decided here to do a limited retinectomy, and release the retina from its scar to the choroid. Air fluid exchanged now and flattening the retina. After having dry edges of the retinal breaks and totally flat retina, I applied laser around the nasal break, making sure that its edges are completely dry. Then fibrin glue is applied on the nasal retinal break and on the original retinal break in the depth of the staphyloma, hoping for short-term seal of these retinal breaks. And here how it looks under silicone oil. 1 week after the surgery, the retina was completely flat with perfect sealing of the retinal breaks as shown on OCT. But unfortunately, 3 weeks after the surgery, there was recurrence of retinal detachment inferiorly, and there is accumulation of subretinal fluid, and there is a space between the retina and the fibrin glue as shown on OCT. Thank you for watching.